Basically, we have the HoneyDot folder, right? So you make a package.json which looks like this. Hold on, like this. And then we're gonna have another file which is called auth.json, which would look like this. Hold on, let me just copy it. Yeah, okay, so it has a token which I will put later off screen because the token is very important. And it's gonna have the prefix, which is gonna be just a slash for now. Yeah, that's the auth. Now we have now we'll have a another file which is bot.js, and then you'll basically I'm using Notepad++ because it's easier and nicer and very nice. Yes, I like yeah. So I'm gonna use that, and here we're going to start with some nice stuff, some nice coding. Before we actually started, let me just grab this. Hold on. Let me just grab this. This is the developer portal. You get to it by this. You go to Discord. You press on, like you log in, and then you press on developers. You press on developers portal, and then you have this developer portal thing. You press on new application, and let's call it HoneyDot. Create it, and then you have this. Now HoneyDot doesn't have an icon because it doesn't matter, but the bot matters. We're gonna add bot, yes. And now we have the HoneyDot bot. Now we're gonna add the image later because I'm too lazy to actually download it and I wanna get it as much as you can. So now I'm gonna copy the token. I'm actually gonna show you guys because yes, I'm gonna copy the token and then I'm gonna go back to the um, auth.json and put the token in here. Now we're going to go back to bot.js. Actually, again, before that, we're going to go here to the folder and we're going to write cmd at this place. Right, cmd, and then open this. Now we write npm init and then package name HoneyDot version 1 description a bot made for honeydews boarding school. Entry point doesn't matter. Test command doesn't matter. Git repository doesn't matter. Keywords don't matter. Author, the unlucky, and honeydews staff team. License doesn't matter. And yes, this is okay. Now we have initiated npm. npm is basically it's basically what you use to get GitHub's repositories from. It's something I don't really know because I don't really use it. And after we wrote this down, we write npm I discord.js. That will take Discord's repository and install it. And as you can see, we have node modules. We have this. Um, Another thing, I don't think we have anything else. um and npm I ts, which is something that I'll explain later. It's something that we need to use. So now once this will be ready, we will continue on. It will take a bit. Okay, good. It has some warnings, but I don't really care because yes. So now I'm gonna teach you some stuff, some basics, before we actually get to coding. I'm gonna start with some basic commands, and then I will show you and then I will code the actual bot. So give me just a second because I'm gonna do some stuff on the other screen where I just invite the bot and you'll see it. Okay, hold on 1 second. Um, okay. So now we go back to the developer portal, and because we wanna invite the bot, we'll go down here. Then no, we'll go to the this place. Then we'll select bot, and after selecting bot, we'll take the permission that we want. I will take administrator because basically HoneyDot needs a lot of permissions, but you can always change the permissions. Like if you just want him to send messages, he'll have just sending messages. I'm taking administrator because I'm not in the like I don't want to try and explain every single thing. Anyways, so you copy this after you press administrator. You go to a new tab, you press this, copy that, paste it. I mean, then let's add it to HoneyDot. Let's continue. Administrator, as we said, and authorize. Okay, and now it's inside of the server, which I'll show you. Hold on. As you can see, it joined the server over here. It's offline because it's not running as well. So first thing I'm going to show you is how to run a bot. I'm gonna I'm gonna have this here, and I'm gonna go here. Remember this command prompt. To run the bot, you write okay. So because our bot's name is bot.js, I'll basically write node and then bot.js. Or I forgot to install Node.js on this, so I believe it's hold on. Let me just check how to get the Node.js on working. 'Cause I forgot about that because oh, never mind. It's working. Never mind. Node.js is npm initiate. So because it just started and stopped because it doesn't have anything, right? So in order to have it make stuff, in order to have it actually get into get online and everything, I'm gonna look at the at Toad's thing. You need to require Discord, obviously. That means that basically you will use the repository Discord JS that we installed earlier. Um, and then after you take the Discord thing, I'm just reminding myself because this is not something that I use usually. Okay, so this is another thing. Fuck. Um, this basically takes. You remember we put the prefix and the token. Hold on. We took the. We have a token and we have a prefix, right? So what we're going to do, we're going to take the token and the prefix from that file auth.json. This is the file auth.json, right? So we take that, and the next thing is that we need. Hold on. Okay, so now we make a new client, which means like it's basically a new client. I don't know how to explain it. It's just the client is basically the bot's presence. Okay, and then at the end, I remember. Hold on, let me just scroll down, grab this, and that means basically that we want the client to log in using the token. So now if I will run it again, it will take some time, obviously, but it should log in at some point. Because it takes some time, I'm not sure why. Hopefully it will work. Hopefully it didn't mess anything up. Hold on. Oh yeah, there it goes. You see? And now basically we have the bot. It doesn't do anything, but we have the bot. So now to turn it off, I'll press Control C, and as you can see, it turned off. So now let's say we wanted to do something whenever someone messages anything, right? So let's go up here and I'll just grab, okay. So now we have a client dot on. That means that on something happening to client and that something is message, it will take that message. As you can see, we take a message here. Ignore the async. You take the message here, and you basically can use it inside of your function. Okay. So now let's say we want the bot to return. I don't know. Let's say um, when you say hello, HoneyDot, it will say hello. Okay. So we do an if statement. Obviously, I'm not gonna explain to you what everything like if var and const do. If you want me to explain, just DM me and I will do it very very much nicely. If a lot of people DM me, I'll just do a video about that. So you do an if message dot content. So message is basically it's basically an object. It has author, which is the author of the message. You have a content, which is the message itself, like what it says. It has reactions. It has delete. You can delete it. You can do a lot of stuff with message. But I'm gonna take the content and check if it's equal to hello. Okay, what I do usually, I do it to lowercase because usually people don't always write in lowercase, no, don't always write in uppercase. So basically, what I did, let me actually go with draw paint with paint. Okay, basically, I took the message, right? This is, let's say the message is hi. Actually, let's do it like this. Hi. I'm sorry for my amazing drawing skills. The message itself is an object, right? So that means it's not only the hi, it also has author. eh, eh, let's say author. It has content. Okay, the content is what's written inside of the message. So let's say I take the content, right? So the content right now, what I took is hi, and then I turn it to lowercase. So it will always be hi. It will always be a lowercase hi, right? Now let me clear it up. And let's say, so message the content to lowercase. So now it's basically what the person said, but in lowercase. And if it equals to hi honey dot, I'm writing everything lowercase because we took everything and turned it lowercase. We'll reply by doing message dot channel, which is the channel the message has been sent in, dot send. I think. Give me a second. I just need to check it out. I haven't done this for a long time. Yeah. Dot send, and then we'll say hello. Now let's try it out. So because we changed the bot, we'll need to stop it if it was running, and then start it again. Okay. Now let's say hi HoneyDot. Hello, as you can see. So that works, right? That's basically that's basically it for now. Now I'm gonna do some basic stuff. I'm gonna explain some basic stuff. Actually, I'm gonna explain about um everything that's really basic, like if, for everything. So let's go about var. A var is a variable. That means if var x equals 5, and here I'll do x equals 10, then x will be 10. X is something that can change. That means that x can also be what the message is, the content of the message. So let's say x equals message.content, and then I do message.channel.send, basically sending. I'm basically saying what the person is saying again. So watch, it could also spam. I'm not sure. I'm just gonna try and see. So if I restart the bot and do and send hello, x equals hello and then it spams. But if I say meow, let's say, hold on, it will spam a lot of hellos, I believe. Yeah, it will say meow. Okay, hold on. Let me just do if message.author.bot. Basically, I'm checking if the author of the message is a bot. I'm gonna return and do nothing, so it doesn't reply to itself and shit. So now let's say meow, it will return meow. Let's say woof, it will return woof. That's because again, X is the author. Fuck. X is the content of the message. So that means it's variable. It can change. Const means that it's constant, that it doesn't change. But we usually don't use that unless we really need to. Okay, now to if. An if statement is basically like in English, you ask if. So let's say if message dot content and then you have equal equal. That means that you check if it's equal. There's not equals, there's bigger, there's lower, there's greater than, lesser than, there's greater equal, there's lesser equal. So if message content like equals to hello, then you do stuff. You open those brackets. I hope you can see that well. You open those brackets and then you basically do whatever you want if that happens. Else means that if this didn't happen, then you'll do this. Let's say the content was meow, it wouldn't go inside of the if, it will go inside of the else. So now you have else if. So it's basically like else, but it has a condition. So if this didn't happen, uh, else if a message dot content dot equals meow, do this, and then you can have an else. So basically, what happens here is, let's say the content is woof. If the message content equals hello, it doesn't equal hello. So it goes here. If it equals meow, it doesn't equal meow. Else, you just go here because it says woof. So let's do here message.channel.send um hello. Like it will reply hello. Let's do message.channel.send you're a cat. Let's do message.channel.send I'm unsure what you said. Okay, so basically, if it says hello, it will reply with hello. If it says meow, it will reply with you're a cat. But if it doesn't do any of those, it will just say that it's unsure. So let's restart the bot again. And let's do that. So let's say hello. We need to do it capital because we didn't do to lowercase. It replied with hello, and then it did that. Okay, so I messed something up with the script. That's nice. Let me just check it again. Um, hmm, that's weird. Oh, I get the problem. If message.author.bot return. So basically, I'm just telling the bot to not reply to any bot. I forgot about that. My bad. I'm sorry. Again, if you have any questions, just hit me up in DMs. I really, really want to answer your questions. So again, let's say hello. It will reply with hello. Let's say meow. Oh, never mind. I said mew, and it doesn't know what I said. But if I say meow, it will say I'm a cat. That's ifs. Now you have a for. Like there's if and there's for. For is basically to loop something amount of times. So let's do for. Let's say I. You usually do I equals, like you usually use I. I as a variable. So you do I equals 0. It starts from 0. Lesser than 10, and then I plus plus. I'll explain in a second. So basically, you declare a variable. You give it an if statement. So if I is lesser than 10, you do this, and then at the end of this, you add one number to I. So let's say, let's do message.chat.send I plus is the loop now. It will do two loops of fives because Discord's of spam protection. But look at this. If I send any message, it will go and loop it. Hold on. Oh, whoops. Oh, I see my problem. Message.channel, not chat. My bad. I'm sorry. Sorry. Let's do A, and then you'll see 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then it will go all the way to 9. Hold on. There you go. All the way to 9, and then it will stop. Why all the way to 9? Because we said it has to be lower than 10. If it equals 10, it doesn't fit. And because I equals 0, it started from 0 and it kept raising the I. So that's a for loop. Um, there's also a while loop, which is basically like a for loop and an if loop. A while is basically it has something that you ask basically if it's true or false. Let's say let's do var I equals 0. Let's do while I lower than 10. You do let's say message.chat.channel send I'm in the loop, and then we'll add the I. So basically it has an if statement inside of a while. I'm not gonna show you that because I'm bored. I mean I fuck because it's really unnecessary. Yeah, I'm not good at explaining. So again, if you need anything, my DMs are open. That's basically it. So the rest, the next episode, I'll actually start programming Toad. If you have any questions, again, my DMs. Anything, even the basic things, I don't mind explaining them to you again. I just don't want to do it on video because it's really hard to explain on video. It's easier to explain one on one. But yes, from the next episode, I'll start actually coding stuff and not just demonstrating. So yeah, bye bye.